Welcome to the English with Kirsty podcast from www.englishwithkirsty.com. Here I'll be sharing with you tips, information and other learning resources so that you can improve your business English. Hi everybody, welcome back to English with Kirsty, and this time I have more than one guest. I have three guests because I thought it would be a really nice idea to bring some people onto the podcast who've been to the Conversation Club, because a few weeks ago I did an episode about the club and why I have it and what we do, but I thought it would be nice for you to hear directly from some of the people who come to the club, and that's what we're doing today. So we've just had one of the Conversation Club meetings. This is the general conversation one. We have two, and I hope to be bringing you some voices from the other one as well. But this is the one about the general conversation club. So let's start by finding out who's here. Helen, why did you decide to come to the conversation club?
I decided to come to the conversation club because, Kirsty, you introduced me to the conversation club. We do have a regular lesson together. And I like to use my English on a regular basis, and talking with other people helps me with that.
Yeah, so we've known each other for quite some time now, and so it was really good to have you as one of the founding members of the Conversation Club. And another founding member is somebody that I hadn't met before, somebody who decided to join us when I set up the club in September 2022. And that is Gwen. Gwen, how did you find out about the club? Can you remember? And what made you decide to come and join us?
Hey, well, I had been subscribing to your newsletter for quite a while, and I read these newsletters, and I was always a bit anxious about joining any lessons or doing any lessons with you, because I always thought, I don't know what to expect, really. And then the Conversation Club sounded so stress-free. I thought, well, that's something very low level you can do, because it sounded very relaxing, friendly atmosphere, and not really like learning a language, but more like practicing a language. And that was what I was looking for. And in September 22, we had each experienced a pandemic for quite a long time, and were perhaps eager to make new experiences and meet new people. So that was a good time to start. Well,
and do you think it lived up to the expectation? Is it relaxing? Is it stress-free, would you say?
Yes, I would say so, definitely. And it's a very friendly atmosphere. We're all nice to each other.
Yeah, we have some new visitors, and some people come, new people come. We had a new visitor today, but we also have, with this group, there are some people who come regularly, and so we can also get to know each other and find out a bit about each other, and that's nice too, because it's people that are not part of your everyday life. So it's not like your colleagues or something like that, but it's people that are all learning and practicing together. So as Gwen said, it's not a course, it's not a language course, but it does give you the opportunity to practice English if that's not something that you usually have the chance to do outside of work, or if you don't know people with whom you can practice. And Gwen, you obviously enjoyed it because you invited someone.
Yes, I invited my sister Nicola, or I asked her if she would like to come, and she said, oh yes, I'll try. And she's been coming quite regularly since too.
Yeah, so Nicola, tell us, how did you feel about joining the club when Gwen invited you, and how does the club help you?
When Gwen said that she was joining an English-speaking club, I was very interested, because I had, for a very long period of in my life, an English-speaking environment. I worked at the British consulate, but that is already a long time ago. But that was the best time of my life, working life so far. And I did miss speaking to genuinely English-speaking speakers, but also to like with colleagues, among colleagues, you had people from everywhere in the world at the consulate, and I loved it. And so this club is also very nice. You meet different people from everywhere in the world. We meet for a little conversation, have fun together. We get to know each other. So it is very relaxing and fun.
Yeah, and everybody here, that's right, everybody who's here has done a presentation too. Like, you don't have to do that, but if you want to share something and practice speaking English in front of other people, that's an option that people have at the club, and that's something that everyone here has done. And it's been really interesting to find out about what you've been doing, what you've been learning, places you've visited, trips you've been on, your hobbies. So this is a very broad topic kind of group, because the other one focuses on business topics. This one doesn't. So it's very much about, today we were talking about wellness and how we take care of ourselves, but we've also had other topics about travel and events that people have been to. So it's very diverse. You're sure to learn something if you come. And I would just ask now, anyone who wants to answer, what would you say to people who are thinking that maybe the club would be a nice thing to join, but they're a bit nervous, they don't know anyone, maybe a bit nervous about speaking English? What would you say to them?
There is no reason to be nervous. Of course, it's quite normal to be nervous. I was it as well in the beginning, but there is no reason. It's a very friendly group with a lot of nice people, and everyone is welcome.
Yeah, and we have different levels too. Obviously, it takes courage to come on a podcast. So we've got people here who are confident speakers, but there isn't like a minimum level. If you want to come and be a bit quieter, we had someone who came and didn't really share, and that was okay as well. You can come and listen for the first time if you feel better about that. Usually everybody introduces themselves at the beginning because it's nice to find out who's there at the meeting. But after that, you can contribute as much as you want to, or you can listen. You don't have to talk a lot if you do feel a bit nervous about participating at the beginning. But if you like to talk, that's also good. You're welcome as well. So yeah, thank you everybody for coming, for agreeing to stay and share. And if anyone's listening to this and you'd like to find out about the club, then you can go to englishwithkirsty.com/conversations. I'll add the link on the show notes page as well. And the best way to find out about the meetings is to subscribe to the English with Kirsty newsletter, because I will put them in the newsletter when the club meetings are, or if you follow me on LinkedIn, then you'll find out when they are as well. So have a good week, everyone, and I look forward to meeting some of you at the club soon. And thank you to our guests for coming and sharing your experiences.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of the English with Kirsty podcast. If you have any questions or comments, my email address is kirsty@englishwithkirsty.com, or you can go to www.englishwithkirsty.com/podcast, where you'll find information about the individual episodes.